minute, only 60 seconds, it's in it. Force upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I'ma suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity's within it. Dr. Benjamin E. Mays, y'all.
What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Phillips, and we're here for another edition of The Change Factor. Man, I was watching, I think the name of the show is called Naked and Afraid. It's that TV show where you see the people and they put them out in the wilderness. They put two people out, normally a male and a female, and they don't give them any clothing or anything like that. They get to choose one item, and they got to survive in the wild for like 3 weeks or something like that. I think it's like 21 days. And you see, what's funny is one of the main things that really catches people up when they're out there is dehydration. You see, and a lot of times they get dehydrated because not that they don't have water, but because they're near water, but the water is contaminated and they can't drink it. And you see, I wanted to talk about this concept of stagnant water stinks. I'll say it again. Stagnant water stinks. And what happens is, if you know anything about a river and the water is moving quickly, normally the water is safe to drink because it's moving and it's purifying itself. But if you see a lake or a pond and it's just sitting there, it's not really healthy to drink out of it before you disinfect it because it's just stagnant and it's sitting there. Animals are using the bathroom in it. The water is not really moving. It's not cleaning itself. And you see, what happens is sometimes in life, we get stagnant. You know what I'm saying? We're like that lake that just doesn't grow, that's not clean, that's not purified, when we could be that river that's constantly moving and growing. And the reason why we're stagnant is because we're afraid to get out of our comfort zone. The reason why we're stagnant is we got a million excuses. Or I don't have the money to start that business. Or I don't have the leverage. Or I don't know anybody who does that. There's books out there for you. Some of us get stagnant because we flat out comfortable. They pay us just enough not to quit our jobs, right? They pay you just enough to keep coming. And we get comfortable with that. We get comfortable with our standard of living, even though we don't have the things that we want. And you see, I realized a long time ago, I said, when I want to take a vacation, I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I don't want to have to save for 2 years so I can take a vacation. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to, save for 6 months because I know we got this family gathering coming up and I got to save for a year just so I can attend the event. I don't want to be that person. And you see, I understand that if I want the things that I want out of life, if I want to be able to make choices and decisions without always have to be thinking about finances or thinking about what people going to think or what is the boss going to say, all these different things, you got to get moving. You cannot be stagnant. You have to continue to grow. You got to get out your comfort zone. Remember, stagnant water stinks. And as always, it's your boy, Mr. Phillips, and I'll see you at the top because the bottom is just way too crowded. Let's get it, man.
A lot of times I get people asking me, like, what does it take to be successful? And one of the biggest factors that determines whether or not you be successful is how you spend your time. We all get the same 84,600 seconds a day. And the question becomes, what are you doing with yours?